Hi everyone. Just thought I'd come on and show you another tomato recipe. Again, my tomatoes are going crazy, so are my zucchini. So I am going to combine the two, tomatoes and zucchini, and make like a little tomato and zucchini au gratin type thing. I don't know what the right word for it is because frankly I made it up, so I'm not sure. But anyways, here's how it starts. It's very simple. All you need is your oven and your stove and a few very simple ingredients, and it's very fresh, nice for the summer. And you can serve it hot right out of the oven, or you can even serve it lukewarm, like just room temperature. So it's really, really nice. All right, so we started with, which I already have going so I don't keep you guys too much, about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of dried breadcrumbs with about, I'd say 2 tablespoons of good olive oil and about 2 tablespoons of butter, because let's face it, butter tastes good. Yeah, gives a good flavor. To that, we're almost done. We're just kind of browning the breadcrumbs so they soak up all the olive oil and all the butter. And that's really all we want, because they will cook out more in the oven on top of the zucchini and tomatoes, which comes later. Now we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of Italian mix, right? Because we have to season our breadcrumbs, of course. And we're going to add a generous amount of salt. These breadcrumbs are unseasoned, so you really want to season them. And of course, pepper, right? And then just stir that around. The very last thing is a clove of garlic, because everything in my world needs garlic, right? But you want to add that at the end, because garlic becomes very, very bitter if it burns. And in a recipe like this, your garlic will give the whole recipe that bitter note if it burns. So don't let it burn. And you know what the trick is with garlic? As soon as you start to smell the garlic, which is now, the garlic is ready. So don't let it cook over that. So I'm going to get my handy dandy spoon. And you're just gonna scoop the breadcrumbs out into a bowl, because you're gonna have to use them later, right? So scoop those out, set them aside. Another tip that I like doing is I like 1 bowl meals, like one pot meals. So you could do these in 2 or 3, but honestly, don't do that. Just use a really good stove to oven pan. I'm just using the glazed cast iron because that's my favorite. Yeah, it will take you a few minutes to get these crumbs out. And I mean, if a few stay in here, don't really worry about it. Don't stress out. Cooking should never be about stressing out. All right, so there's the breadcrumbs. See, they're nice and brown. Set them aside. We're gonna add some more olive oil to our pan. Be generous with the olive oil at this point in time. And then to that, I have 2 large zucchini and 2 large tomatoes. And, okay, no, I skipped a step. We're going to add our red onion first. So it's about half of a red onion, and all I did was slice it up like this. So add that to it. That won't take long. The onion will start to give off its water content and juices, and it'll start to caramelize. But again, we're going to be putting this dish in the oven for about 40 minutes. So there's really no need to cook the onion or any of it too much, right? Zucchini has a lot of water content, so if you see that when you're slicing it, like you'll see the water will start to bead on the zucchini, then you can just, a really good tip is you can chop it up, or if you're doing spiral it, or if you're shredding it, shred it. Sprinkle a little bit of salt, toss it, and then leave it on a paper towel for about 10 minutes. And then you can squeeze out all the water. It's actually pretty fantastic, and it works every time. And then your dish won't be all mushy. Okay, now the tomatoes and zucchini go in, just all at once. And again, zucchini has a lot of water content, so, you know, cook these out a little bit, maybe like 2 minutes or so. Oh, just lost one. Oh, that happens. Okay, now again, you want to season as you go along. So again, be generous with the salt. Tomatoes love salt. Be generous with the pepper. Okay, we're gonna mirror the flavors we have in our breadcrumbs so everything goes together really nicely, which means we're going to add some more of our Italian seasoning. I mean, you can do dried basil, you can do sprigs of thyme in here. If you have oregano growing in your garden, it's fantastic in here, so use that. And all you have to do is use the full sprig and then just take it out at the end if you don't want to sit there and chop it up. That's usually what I do. Okay, so you will notice that your zucchini will start to give off a little bit of that water content. For some reason, these zucchinis are actually pretty good. They're not that watery. So we're all good there. Okay. Another thing, I get a lot of questions about de-seeding tomatoes. Maybe it's my Italian background, I'm not sure. I have never de-seeded a tomato. As a matter of fact, in Italy, a lot of their salads and a lot of their dishes, you will see they actually use the juice from the tomato that naturally falls at the bottom of the bowl to dress their salads and to add to their recipes and to put back into soups and everything. So no, I don't de-seed tomatoes. I think that that's just a lot of lost flavor in there. But totally up to you. If you want to de-seed your tomato, go right ahead. Okay, so I'm just gonna move the phone so that you guys can see what this looks like. Can you see what this looks like now? Okay, that's it. We're done with the veggies. So at this point, we're going to add the breadcrumbs back in. You can actually turn the heat off. Just sprinkle the breadcrumbs on top. Much easier to do it right from the bowl. Okay, just make sure that each little bit of veggie is covered with the breadcrumbs. You don't want a super thick layer, but just enough to cover them all. Okay, then I've grated 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. That will go on top. You can, if you want to save some time, add your Parmesan to your breadcrumbs. That's fine too, but I had time, so I'm good. And then on top of that, you're gonna add about a ½ cup of finely grated mozzarella cheese. Now, the breadcrumbs and the Parmesan will pick up all those juices that are on the bottom of your pan. It's just so delicious. So I'm just gonna wash my hands quickly. All right, now that, again, I'm gonna show it to you so that you can see what it looks like. I'm very visual. I need to see what it looks like when I'm trying new recipes. There you go, that's it there. Now, there's no need to cover it because again, we want those juices to be able to heat up and to get out of the bottom of the pan, like dry it out a little bit, right? So that's it. You're going to take this and you're going to put it in a 375-degree oven. And for about 40 minutes or so, just watch it, you know, depending on the oven too. 40 to 50 minutes, I would say. And then again, you can serve it right out of the oven, or you can serve it at room temperature, just warm, or you can warm it back up, or you know, you can add it to a chicken breast, like on top of a chicken breast. You can do a lot with this. So that's it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you try it out again. If you do, please post photos. Oh, one more thing. At the very end, when it comes out of the oven, I will chop up some basil and add it to the very top. Again, remember, fresh herbs at the end, unless they're hardy herbs like thyme and rosemary, then you can do a full sprig and add it. And dried herbs go in at the beginning, all right? Because the heat will actually enhance their flavor. It basically brings them back to life. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon. Bye.